In the last video we talking about how to make people like you, being generally interested, smiling, remember name, listening and speaking in terms of their interest. That's just the foundation. But today we go deeper into how you can actually influence people, not being pushy, not by debating until they give in, but by understanding the way human mind works and creating agreement naturally. By the end of this video, you will know how to win people over without making them defensive so they want to say yes to you. So, the golden rules of influence. That can I give first rules of influence is simple. You can't win an argument. Even if you win, in fact, you often lose in feeling. Those are people who will walk away embarrassed and resentful, and that's not influence. Instead of trying to prove someone wrong, guide them toward discovering the truth themselves, or at least toward mutual respect. When I learned this, I stopped trying to destroy people in debate and started asking people instead. My relationship improved instantly. Here's the first red principle: show respect for the other person's opinion. Never say you're wrong. That phrase is a word builder. It shuts people down. Instead, you can say, that's an interesting point. Here another way to look at it. Or I see why you think that. May I share a different angle with you? This doesn't mean you agree with them. It means you keep the door open for discussion. If you're wrong, admit it quickly and emphatically. Most people spend energy defending themselves even when they know they're wrong, and it just makes things worse. Admitting fault shows strength, not weakness. It builds trust because people know you value truth over ego. I use my Silver Client project. Instead of always start friendly. If you approach someone like an enemy, they will act like one. If you approach them like a friend, they will be much more open. Even though it's tough situation, customer complaint, disagreements with coworker or one-ton can completely change the outcome. Think about it. Have you ever seen an angry person and suddenly calm down because someone met them with kindness? That's this principle in action. This is a classic psychology. If you can get someone to agree on small things, they're more likely to agree on the bigger issue later. Get them saying yes early. Carnegie called it the Socratic method. For example, let's say you want your team to try a new system you start with. Do you agree we all want to save time? Do you agree we mutual report take too long? They will say yes. And know when you propose your solution, they're already mentally aligned with you. The yes, first small yes, and then for bigger things. Let the other person talk more. When you're trying to persuade or resist the urge to dominate the conversation, let them share their concerns, their perspective, their feeling. The more they talk, the more they feel understood, and ironically, the more likely they are to listen to you in return. I like to ask what you plan on this, and then shut up. It works. Let them feel the idea is theirs. This one is powerful. People support what they help create. If you can present your idea in a way that make you feel like they contribute to it, they will own it. Sometimes I will seed an idea gently in conversation, and a week later the other person suggests it as their own. I don't correct them, I just let them run with it, because it's not about credit, it's about getting the result done. Try honestly to see things from the other person's point of view. This is not just about being nice, it's about strategy. If you understand the fear, goals and motivation, you can frame your message in the way that matches them. For example, convince a friend to exercise. If they value health, you talk about feeling strong. If they value social life, you talk about joining a sport group. Same goal, different angle, based on their point of view. Appeal to noble motive. People like to think of themselves as good, fair, and generous. When you appeal to that self-image, you get better results. Instead of saying you're overcharging me, you can say, I know you're a fair person, and I'm sure we can find a price that works for both of us. It shifts the tone from attack to collaboration. If you want attention, make your idea vivid. So if you put all together this principle from part 1 and this part, you will have the complete tool guide for connecting with people and inspiring them to follow and your lead without even forcing it. If you found this valuable, subscribe and share with someone who want to get better on relationship. And remember, influence is not just about pushing people, it's about making them want to move in the same direction as you. Thank you.